Hey everybody, this is Robert People of RobertPeople.com, and you're listening to People's Court. Thanks for tuning in. Today is Monday, November 25th, 2019, and we know Thanksgiving is coming up, so hopefully you all are getting ready for that. If you're not someone who works on the weekend, you only have a few days before we are at Thanksgiving, so just hang in there and we will get there. My question today is simply this. What are your first thoughts when you wake up in the morning? What are your first thoughts? And what do you seek first when you wake up in the mornings? That's come to mind because one day I happened to notice this. And let me ask this question to start with. Have you ever had the silliest song in your mind, or you were humming or singing the silliest song throughout the day and had no idea where that came from? One day that happened to me. I mean, that's happened to me several times, but one day in particular, it was well into the afternoon, and I don't remember what song this was, but I just know that I was singing to myself for the entire day, just about. What I also noticed was that there weren't any other songs that I had listened to that day. So I decided to conduct a little self-experiment and see if this will work. I said, I'm going to intentionally wake up the next morning, and the first song that I'm going to think of, and I'm talking about, I was in the Army at the time, so I'm talking 5 in the morning, and I'm going to make it a point to find the dumbest, most ridiculous, silliest, stupidest song and sing that first. And see how long that stays in my head. And surely enough, that song was in my head for most of the day. Even when I began, or I tried to listen to other songs that I liked, songs that I enjoyed very thoroughly, songs that I listen to when I work out, when I run, and things of that nature. That song, that crazy, silly song, still remained. And that told me something. That confirmed what a lot of us know already, but in case you don't, that confirmed something to me. The first thing you think about has a big impact on the rest of your day. One of the first thoughts you have in your mind has a big influence on how your day goes. It's powerful in renewing your mind, in shaping your mind. And again, that big influence is there. So, again, I come back to this. What do you think about first thing in the morning? When you go through your day, either however the morning's going, when you make it to the afternoon, whatever kind of day you're having, however your days look, go back to how you started that day. Go back to the way that day began. Go back to your first thoughts. When you wake up in the morning, what do you do first? Are you thankful? If you're a believer in God, do you thank God first? Do you pray first? Do you take your phone and go straight to social media? Do you scroll and look for motivational quotes, inspirational quotes, or do you see what the latest drama is from the night before? Do you hope people wake up ready, with drama to give you something to be entertained by? Do you complain at the fact that you're awake? Do you fuss because of the fact that it's not the weekend anymore and you have to go back to work? All these things shape your day. It all does. The same way that silly song. And if you don't believe me, try this. Write the name of the dumbest song you can possibly think of. And I say dumb figuratively because it's still art. Whether we like it or not, it's still art. So I'm not calling it, actually dumb by definition. But just one that to you is like, this song is just the silliest little... Write it down. Sit it next to your bed. And when you wake up in the morning, look at that song, start humming it. And watch how long it stays in your head. that proves that the first thoughts we have are what we go with. Some people struggle getting through the mornings because of what your thoughts are. If you wake up and tell yourself, oh my goodness, I need coffee, guess what your body's not going to be able to do much of? Function until you get that coffee, because you've told yourself, hey, I can't function without coffee. So many people wake up and let coffee run you. And that's truly what it is. Let's just be honest. Coffee runs you. There's no in moderation. This is not I'm doing it because I want to thing. No, coffee runs you. Because if you wake up and the first thing you say is, I'm not even going to try to function until I get coffee, that means coffee's running. That's the first thought you have. And your whole day is going to be based on whether or not you get that coffee. If you get up looking for drama, guess where your focus is going to be all day? Finding drama, right? If you fuss hating the fact that it's Monday because your weekend is over with, that's what you're going to feel like all day. You're going to dread work. The same work that everybody doesn't have the luxury of being able to do, and the same job that everybody doesn't have, you're going to be just in a nasty mood because that's how you started your day. If you wake up and if you get up in the morning and if you don't even make an attempt to be in a better mood, if you intend to, have you ever seen people walk around like zombies? And it seems like so much time has gone by, and you're like, how are you still doing that? We're not talking your spouse. If let's say you set your alarm for 6:00 and we're talking 6:15. I'm talking by the time 9:20, 9:30 gets here, people at your job, at your office, and they're still walking around like zombies. Now, they've had time to wake up, shower, have breakfast, have coffee, drive into work. And what are they doing? They're still walking around like zombies after what? 2-3 hours went by? That comes from first thought. That comes from the initial thought they have, because they never intended to wake up. And when I say never intended to wake up, I don't mean they planned on staying asleep. They just never physically, psychologically told themselves to wake up. They wake up and they just zombie around all day, and it just stays. They've never said, okay, you know what? I need to get myself up. I need to wake up. I need to get myself right. I need to build some energy because I got to get this day going. And it's amazing how long sometimes people's days will go by and they have that zombie mindset, that zombie mentality. It looks like they just woke up and they've been up 5-6 hours sometimes. It's all about how you choose to start your day. You have the power. You have that control. When you wake up, that first thought that's on your mind, that's what's going to drive your day. It really is. And it's going to take a lot to shift it. Can it change? Yes. But it's going to take a lot to shift it, especially when you have that control. Now, this does not mean that every problem that you're ever going to have is going to be cool as long as you have a good attitude. That's not it, because people are waking up with real issues, serious issues. Not just I don't like Monday, not just my coworkers are stupid issues. I'm talking about diseases, disorders, illnesses, injuries. These are these are the issues people are waking up with. So if you have that, yes, understand that's important too. But it still has an impact on you as well. Your attitude makes all the difference in the world. And how you start your day, how you begin in the mornings, you will shape your whole day based on what your attitude is. So if you want to have a good day, guess what you're going to have to do when you wake up? You're going to have to tell yourself that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to, as some people say, have a good day on purpose. Because if you intend to be in a grumpy mood, your whole day, most of your day is going to be grumpy. And it's not anybody's responsibility. This is to my people out there who think that everybody has to tiptoe around you or walk on eggshells because you are in a grumpy mood. It's not everybody else's responsibility to get you out of that bad mood. It's on you. They didn't tell you to wake up grumpy and moany and that. They didn't tell you to wake up like that. You chose to wake up that way. If you can't figure out how to get coffee by the time you get to work, guess whose fault that is? Not everybody around you. And that's to my people who say, hey, don't talk to me until I had my coffee. By the time you make it, if you hadn't figured out how to get coffee, by the time you made it to work, don't come to you. It's best that you stay away from me. That's what I say. Because you've had plenty of time to get coffee by the time you get here. I'm not sitting up in your house the minute you roll out of bed and say, hey, what's up? I can see you being in a mad mood then and not having your coffee and so on. But remember, what you do, what you think, how you think, all of that shapes your mind. All of it does. Start your day. Inspire whatever you need to be inspired. Whatever you need to make that good day happen on purpose, you control that. You start that day, you say, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is how today is going to go. You have control of that. You take control. You make that happen yourself. That's on you. Don't let the day go on and let social media dictate, bad mood dictate, no coffee dictate, goofy coworker, stupid coworker, whatever you want to call them. Dictate how your day is going to go. You wake up and first thought in your mind is like, this is how the day is going to go. This is what's going to happen. This is how I'm going to get this. That's what you do. Start the day like that. It's Monday, y'all. You can either run Monday or you can let Monday run you. It's that simple. Thank y'all for listening again. This is Robert People of robertpeople.com. And I'm not going to hope you have a good day. I'm going to tell you, have a good day. Because guess who has control of that? You do. Y'all have a good day.